You guys need to yeah, you should see if we can grab the chairs. The share.
Yeah.
Where the chairs at?
It's not open, it's not unlocked. Okay. Okay, everybody, we're supposed to start. We're gonna give it about 4 more minutes. It's 5:06 now, so we can get some more chairs in and allow a couple of people to get here. And we're gonna start with. We're gonna start with the safety update and with a little bit of information about some of the other things that are going on over here. Something can go on either side of the camera too. A couple chairs. Bruce, Rebecca, can you let him know that a couple of them can go up here? Yes. So people will have an aisleway free. Maybe a couple here and then a couple more over there. Okay. All right, I guess I can go here. You want to just put it? Very helpful. Yeah, it is. Okay, people, for the reason that says 4:30 and 6:30 out there is the median time, okay? But 4:30 and 6:30 because I wanted people to be able to get here earlier and talk to some of the people if you're like the officer, and then you'll be able to stay around at a little after 6 and talk to people who are still here if you need to talk to about things that are possibly going on, okay? So we're going to get ready to start. This is totally different for me. You know, I don't. Tonight? Yeah. I have no idea.
Okay. No one's going to hear you. If you, no one online is going to hear you if you're not up to the mic.
Up to the mic.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
She's the expert.
And if there's someone that's going to make off-camera comments, if you're speaking to this, those who are watching online can hear you, but we're not going to show the camera of the people that are seated, only the people that are right here.
Okay. It's 5:09. I guess we can go on and get started. Anybody else come in? Got a couple chairs left. My name is Gwen Wilson, and I am the coordinator of the Smith Park Proud and Englewood South Central. Englewood South Central is basically from Door to Oakwood and Hollywood to Detroit. Okay. Now, that does not mean that we are not a part of the larger Englewood. We just have different people in different parts of Englewood who have different meetings at different times. They coordinate things. And if you're interested in finding out more about that, I can talk to you about Neighborhood Navigator on the city's website. Anyway, thank you very much for coming out to this meeting. This is to help us to become a closer community, to get together and get to know each other and make some changes in our area. Okay. We have a lot of things that we want to get done around here. We've got a lot of good people in the area who have things that they want to see accomplished in our area. So what we're doing is we're reaching out. We tried something different this time. We put flyers out instead of just doing things on social media. How many people found out about this through flyers? Okay. How many people found out about this through social media, like Facebooks and things like that? And how many people found out of this from friends, just somebody telling you, oh, did you hear about it? Okay. We are working to build up our participation in things in this area, because in order to have a community or a village, we have to be a community or village. People have to know what they want. They have to see us all as working together, and then we have to come together and do something. Okay. So this is to let you know some of the things that are being done here, and also to find out a little bit about what you would like to see, and to get people to sign up to be a part of the community meetings and the community groups so that we can work together over here. I'd first like to give our sincere thanks to Mr. Washington Muhammad from CSRN, Community Solidarity Response Network. They do podcasts. Is it podcast? See, I know nothing about computer things, so please forgive me. But they do a podcast on Tuesdays from 6 to 7:30. Okay, and they have graciously offered to help us to reach the people who can't come out to the meetings or who don't want to come out to the meetings. So that's something we're going to do. We're trying to send people, give things to people through paper, phone calls, social media, any way you want to hear about it. So please sign up in the back to let us know who you are, if you would like to continue to get information about activities that are going on in the area. All right. I'm going to start off with our very important person, who is our Councilwoman, Vanice Williams, for this area. That some people, how many people know Councilwoman Williams? Okay, girl. She is a wonderful person to know. She is fierce. She is out there fighting for us and helping us to get the things that we want to and need to have over in this area. And there has been a little confusion about things because our districts changed. Okay, so we actually have a couple of council people who deal with Englewood, but this is our council person for this area. Okay, and I'm going to give her a chance to talk to you, talk a little bit about some of the things that are going on with us in this area. And
thank you so much, Gwen. Hello, everyone. If you don't know me, you're probably telling a story. But my name is Vanice Williams. I'm District 4 Councilwoman. I received Englewood in the redraw of the districts. John Hobbs was the district council person. District 1, Englewood switched to District 4 in 2022, May of 2022. Every 10 years, the districts are kind of reconfigured based off it's based off the 2020 census. So every 10 years, you have the US Census, and they say that it's roughly between 44 and 46,000 people in each district based off the census data. But with District 4, ours is a little bit more concentrated because we have a whole lot of people close together. We're made up, District 4 is made up like no other district. We have more folks together, whereas in other districts, they're kind of spread out. They're spread out a little bit further, and they're with different, the streets are farther apart, houses farther apart, neighborhoods farther apart, because we abut right up against Old West End. I'm talking about Englewood. Englewood abuts to Old West End. We also abut to the Junction neighborhood. So we have a different type of situation over in Englewood. I was raised in Englewood. I currently live in Englewood. So I take this part of the neighborhood a little bit more passionately than others. And I always tell my story because I have no shame in any of my stories. I grew up right here where you're sitting at. Actually saw my first murder. Oh yeah. Across the street. I actually witnessed my first murder across the street. My brother was actually shot on this street. He's alive, but he was shot on the street. And I tell this story because that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Every now and again, I got to go back and watch Selma because I need to realize why I'm here. I need to go back to ground zero, as my friend told me. I had to go back to ground zero to realize why I do this, because I am a politician because that's my title, but I'm not good at it because I don't like to lie. I don't like to cheat. I don't like to steal. I know when I die and I see my savior, I want him to say, girl, you cussed too much. I don't want him to say you didn't care about that person that was next to you. So that's why I go. I don't have all the answers. I make no promises about anything you ask me. I tell you, I can't promise you nothing because tomorrow not even promised. So who am I to promise anything? I do try to help as much as possible, get as much information as possible. As I said, I do not know everything. So I definitely try to get all the information. So as to why I'm here to give you some information as to what's going on in Englewood. What's going on? Englewood was designated a NERSA. If you don't know what a NERSA is, it's a neighbor revitalization strategy area. What does that mean? That means when federal dollars come to the city, Englewood is priority. And you cannot be denied those federal dollars based off your income. Whether you're low or high, you can get it. Am I right? I see you back there. Oh, you don't work for mommy no more? Oh, okay. Well, you're right. But it is, so Englewood is prime location. It is a neighborhood that has a lot of potential to grow. Prior to things happening in Englewood, it was always happening in Old West End. It didn't cross past the art museum. It didn't go past the park. It didn't do a whole lot. And a lot of promises were made, right, Miss Michelle? But I didn't make them. So I'm not going to say that I'm going to do anything anybody else did because that's not me. I do what I do and I don't make promises. So some things that are going on, we have Englewood and Junction received, I'm going to say Door Street. Door Street and Uptown received a raised grant. They're going to say it's Englewood and Junction, but it's a raised grant. Raised grant is Door Street will be reconstructed coming up soon. And I want to say right here and right now, we need Englewood and Junction to come together to these meetings that's concerning Door Street. A lot of times, your phone's ringing. That's a funny one. Real quick, Tracy, Faith is here. Can you help? Oh no. Inside the library. I'm sorry. My daughter is coming. She coming to get the baby. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell her she coming out. I apologize. I have a 2-year-old that I'm taking care of. So I came right from work with her, and my daughter is coming to get her. I apologize. So anyway, there's going to be some reconstructions to Door Street. If you live in Englewood, I implore you to please be involved in the conversation. So many times things are done in this city without your voices. Right now, Junction has a huge voice, but we need Englewood involved as well. So one side is Junction, the other side is Englewood. And those conversations need to involve your voices. It's going to go all the way from uptown neighborhood, because if you the theme of it is to reconnect downtown to our communities. And so it's going to go from the uptown neighborhood to Mott Library. So there's going to be some revitalization happening on Door Street. What typically happens is they isolate our voice and do whatever they want to do. And my voice is big, but I live way over there on the other side of Bancroft. Though I come over here and I frequent a lot, I can't be the voice of everyone in the neighborhood. I can be a voice, but I need your voices. So there's going to be some invitations to that. Another thing is we got a $4 million grant. The city got a $4 million grant for the Junction and Englewood neighborhoods. That means that there's going to be some revitalization going on with the vacant homes and the lots in the neighborhoods. That's going to be going on. So there was a rooftops program, which I found out it closed. I didn't know it closed, but there was a rooftop program where you're going to see a lot of people getting their roofs done. Which is great. There was $10 million designated to do rooftops. That grant was awarded to Maumee Valley Habitat for Humanity. So Habitat is coming around, and I'm sure you guys will be able to hear what Habitat has. But Habitat is doing a lot of the revitalization work with the lead programs, where people are coming out to test and see if you have lead in your windows, paint in your house. Because I don't know if y'all know, but I'm an educator, and I've been in education since I was 19. I'm 45. So in education, a lot of our kids suffer from various disabilities, whether it's academic delays or physical disabilities. A lot of that is from lead in our waters, in our paint, in our dirt. So it's a lot of lead programs out as well. We're working on Swainfield. Everybody remember Swainfield used to be popping, and it's a mess now. Been a mess. And there will be some 1.5 million of the $4 million grant is going to Swainfield to revitalize that, so we can entice some people to come into the neighborhood. There's a lot of talk about Englewood, things that are going on, but we need your voice. I can't say it enough. One thing that came from the voices when I heard was Robinson and Smith Park. If you remember, in 2009, there was an agreement that TPS was going to flip the lots, and whatever was on the other side, they would put whatever. So King is right here, right? When it was over there on Lawrence, there was a play field over here. They flipped it. Now the school is over here, and there's nothing over there. So I had designated some of my district improvement money to revitalize Smith Park to have a football, soccer field over here where they flipped it. In several conversations with TPS, they ain't giving up no money to do it. So I decided to just go ahead and do it. Robinson, the same thing. There's an actual football team that actually practiced there. Well, it's rocks and glass, because when they tore down the schools, they didn't regrade that ground and make it ready for anything. So it's glass, it's rocks in there, it's all type of stuff. That one is going to be done as well. So, and those, I would love to hear your voices as well. Smith Park is awarded. That's going to be done this coming up in the next couple months. Also, thank you, Calvin. Also in Roosevelt Pool, $900,000 is going to be done. $9,000 worth of work is going to be done over there. There's going to be a new plumbing system, a new filtration system to make sure the pool is clean for our kids. So that's a little bit of the stuff that's going on the city's end of it. I'm working with Mr. Daly to revitalize that store. And certain neighborhoods, sometimes it's only a convenience store that you have for some of your needs. I don't know about y'all, but I grew up in this neighborhood. Mr. Daly, when I left the swimming pool, I would go there and he would always give us stuff to eat because he knew we were hungry and we didn't have what was needed. I mean, it was junk, but he had some noodles and some oysters down there. He kept them regularly and some chips and it kept us going. But I have signed him up to help him get some renovations started there. He's been a staple in the community, and I don't care what you think about him. He is an amazing man that has been here all of my life. And I'm old enough to know that good people need help. So working with him, he's going to get some new, the health department has a convenience store program, grant program. And I tried to work with Red and White, so they have a program where there's a grant where you can get refrigeration, so you can get higher quality food. So I'm gonna work with him so he can get that. That's what I'm doing over here, but I'm probably doing more. But I know that those are the high level things that I have going on in our neighborhood over here in Englewood.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
And I'm here for questions too.
Okay, and between 6 and 6:30, we still will have the room so you can speak to her more. What I'm trying to do is, at our last meeting, we talked about some of the concerns in the neighborhood, and one of the big things that we were concerned about is more people getting more involved. And I want people to know, I don't know how many people have been to the meetings before, but I want you to know that we heard you and that we are following up on some of the things that we talked about. One thing I would like to ask Councilwoman Williams is that you make sure that I get notice so I can do my best to communicate when people can come out and your voice can be heard. It is very important that your voice is heard. We are important people over here. It's an important area. We have value. We have something to say, and people are saying they want to hear our voice. So let's make our voice heard. Let's be there. Let's talk to the city on all levels. Let's talk to everybody else who's involved with things. Following up a little bit with what she said, coming from the from the commissioner of parks, a little bit more on Smith Park, the athletic field, like she said, there's been a bid package that's been including fencing that area off over there. The contract has been approved, purchase is in order. The planned starting date is late summer, so it'll be finished in the fall. We have been dealing with for years dry rotted picnic tables and things like that. So we're supposed to have new picnic tables and a grill. They've been put on a list. They're supposed to be installed by the end of June. Having signage around the park, we need to have things that, say the park closes, don't litter. We're trying to come up with nice ideas for signage to have around there to get people to respect our park so we can have a beautiful park. We've got a pool, we got a swimming pool, we got tennis court, we got basketball court, we got playground. We are still working though to make this better. We're working to make this entire area safe. Please let me know the kind of things that you would like to have, not only in Smith Park, but as far as in the area surrounding. There are a couple of, there's some index cards back there and pencils. So if by some chance you want to kind of leave a little note that says, in the future, can you focus on this? Can you get us information about this with housing or with safety or whatever? Let's see. Other things that have been going on in the area. Last year, we talked a lot about our favorite woodland area animals, the groundhogs. How many people hate groundhogs and wish they would all be eradicated? Okay. Anyway, Ms. Belcher is going to come up and she's going to give us a follow-up because we contacted people about that and we did follow up on that.
I'm Tracy. I stay on Fernwood.
Up here to this mic. For
I
people
want to talk to you guys about our new neighbors, the groundhogs.
They not
As
new.
I was explaining to Abel, Abel's going to represent us to try to get something done about them. And as I was telling her, we have as many groundhogs as we do squirrels, and they're not afraid of us. Where she's and I'm working with a lawyer named Raina Dawson. She says she's talked to some members of council to try to help get some kind of ordinance to get rid of these creatures. Right now, Cleveland is having something done where the Humane Society and the city of Cleveland is not donating, but allocating money just to get rid of the groundhogs. So hopefully that can happen here. Because with us, you can't shoot them. Shot spotter will get you. It's illegal to kill them. So they're just taking up residence just like us. So, you're worried about your foundation and all of that. So the more that I get from Miss Dawson, the more that I'll have to give you. But know that it is in the works to get rid of them. We can get rid of mice with the health department, cats with the Humane Society, but not those little things. Well, they're not little, they're fat and round and ugly. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Okay. I want to give I want to take a minute and recognize some of the people here because there are people here who are working on things in this area, and I want you to be able to know them and know who to go to for certain things. So I'm just going to give a quick shout out. You can talk to people after 6. Miss Michelle Williams over here is a community leader, and she's up in the Lincoln School Coalition, and she's to the north of us going back toward Monroe. We have Amelia Gibbons, who is working with us from Reinvest Toledo. And she's helping us to bring in people from other areas to do things in this area and to help us to sort of coordinate and coalesce a little more in getting things together here. The bottom line is we need input. If you want something done, if you got a complaint, the groundhogs are eating your foundation, you're scared to go out someplace, you want to deal with some blight or something, express your complaint and then say, and this is what I want to do to help get this taken care of. Let me see. Amelia, did you want to say a couple words? Are you, please? Yes, I mean, seriously, a couple words, because you're gonna get past 2 minutes and I'm gonna be going. Ding, ding, ding.
Good evening, everyone. I'm with Reinvest Toledo. Reinvest Toledo is a coalition that represents low to moderate income communities throughout our city. What I'm excited about for Englewood is we have reached an agreement to have a meeting with the owners of Doler Jarvis, and we'll be talking about what's happening in that space, what is going on with the land, why are we still looking at that building in Englewood? So that conversation will be happening in May. Ms. Michelle and Dr. Wilson will be a part of that conversation. I'm probably going to drag Councilwoman. She
I'm
said
busy.
no, she's busy. She doesn't know what time it is. That's okay. I'm going to invite her something else to surprise her.
I would love to be in that meeting.
But I think what's important is not only would they be present, but we have neighborhood leaderships from 4 other communities outside of Englewood who will be coming in solidarity to understand the process and also lend their voices to advocate on behalf of the Englewood community. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Another thing that's going on, somebody I'd like to introduce you to with a couple minutes, is the Old-Mott Library. I don't know if everyone knows that the Old-Mott Library is now a health clinic. It's like full service health clinic, Compassion. Layla, would you like to say a couple words?
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to come over and tell you about Compassion Health Toledo. We are, like we said, in the old Mott Library. We are a community health clinic that offers primary care, women health, prenatal, pediatric, behavioral health, the whole 9 yards. A big thing that we like to do though to try and help the people in our community as most as we can is we discuss we will take all patients regardless of your ability to pay. We've just like the mental health and the physical health aspect of things a lot more. And we are specifically right now working on the pregnant population here in this community and helping make sure that we have healthy and happy babies and make sure that our birth rates reflect that. We also would like to invite people to come in, and you can schedule an appointment. You can talk to a PCP or a primary care physician, and we will be able to help you regardless if it's with us or someplace else. We will find you services.
And you have a pharmacy, right?
We do. We also have a pharmacy. So a
And
very
community
nice
health workers, right?
Yes. Yep. I'm also a community health worker, which we would directly contact services and help you get connected with services in the community, such as applying for Medicaid, getting your SNAP benefits reinstated, a whole bunch of things like utilities, housing assistance, help with domestic violence issues, anything you could possibly think of. So just come on in and come talk to us, and we should be able to help in any way. Thank you.
I want Lola. I'm so glad you were here. So I want to speak a little bit to that because I don't know if everybody knew it was a little controversial, right? Everybody remember that? And I got up and stormed down, was cussing people out, but it was not. Because I have to bring this back. It was not because of what was going in there. This community needs what compassion offers. I know that personally as a Black woman, and the experiences that I've had, and I'm sure a lot of us Black women have had some experiences where we are not heard, and we need to be taking care of our personal health, and our babies are dying because we are not heard. So it was not, and I want to make it clear, it was not because what was going in there. I actually chose what was going in there. I was part of the team that chose what was going in there. And I knew that this community, and in all communities, people like things that they need to be within a 5-block radius. We needed a health center here, and a full service health center where the owner and the CEO or the operator over there is an OBGYN. And so it was not what was going in there. It was the process in which it was brought to us. It was not Dr. Rush. She is an amazing woman. I appreciate her. And I wanted to take that time. And I'm glad that you're here for me to say that, because I don't want anybody in this community to be deterred from going over there because of the mess and the controversy that was attached to it. It was not because of what was going inside of there. Okay, because I know I acted a plumb fool. I showed every bit of what my mama raised me to be when I had to defend myself. But I will stand behind Compassion and what they offer, because they have a location on the South End and they do an amazing job. So I am happy Compassion is here. Please go over there. I know it's a pharmacy in there, and I think that is something that's amazing. So, and this community needs. So thank you, Lola, for being here. I appreciate that.
And I would also like to put it out there, because me being a social worker, I love statistics. But the national average for Black and brown women to have a positive pregnancy, like the infant death rate, is 13%. Per our clinic, we are at the national lowest average at 8% for all of our pregnant women. So I would like to thank you for your support.
And I'd also like to mention that the health clinic, Dr. Rush has been really wonderful about things. We're working with them with becoming more integrated into the community, with having the staff come over. I'm working with the outreach people. We're looking at having field days, helping with things in the park, with having more activities for the kids, dealing with sports, using our field that we're going to have over there. They have been very open with regards to supporting us. They got meeting rooms over there. They had, and we want to support them. We want to give them advertisement. We want people to know because we want a good quality, well supported health clinic over there. So let's see. Next thing, Officer Semeniak. This is our community police officer. If you don't already know him, Justin Semeniak. He has done a number of things over here, and they work really. They come over and spend time. You know, you may be seeing more of a police presence, and he's going to address what's going on recently. That's one of the things that we do regularly at our meetings. We say, what's been the state of safety over here? What kind of things have been going on? And he can answer a couple of those questions. He's going to talk to us briefly about some of that. And also I was out of town, but I heard that there was an announcement that the city was going to focus on trying to do things over here
Yes.
more. Okay. So maybe if you could explain to us a little more about what does that mean that the city is going to focus on trying to improve safety and things over in the Smith Park area.
Yep. So what I usually do when I come out is give a crime statistics report for the area. The one thing I did notice is that crime is down in the Englewood neighborhood. I only had 8 crimes for the area.
Shut up. Okay.
Yeah.
Give
For the last month.
ourselves a hand.
That
Crime
is really
that's
good. I
less
had a
than
meeting-
Old West End, right,
I
Doug?
had a meeting last week at Junction neighborhood, and they normally have the whole Junction neighborhood. They usually, this time last year, they had around 96 crimes that were reported. When I gave the crime stats last week, they were down to 45. So crime is
And
going
we were
down
at 8.
here in the city. So yeah, we were down to 8 for this area. The one thing I did notice in this area, looks like there is a lot of, not a lot of, but auto theft is higher over here. So the one thing I wanted to bring with everybody is motor vehicle crime prevention report. Kind of it gives you ideas on what you can do for locking your vehicle, the things you keep inside your vehicle, making sure they're tidy, you're not leaving anything of value in there, parking your vehicle in a garage or driveway space or in a well-lit area, and then not leaving your keys in your car. Because if you do that, most likely when you return to your car, it won't be there. Now, the types of vehicles that we've noticed throughout the city of Toledo being stolen are Hyundais and Kias. So if you have a Hyundai or Kia, I brought this. It gives you phone numbers to contact Hyundai or Kia. You get a free update on those vehicles, make it harder to steal. Like Gwen was saying, the city here, we in community services, we tend to ride the mountain bikes a lot through the neighborhoods. This area, we've been through quite a bit on our bikes. With weather getting warmer, we're planning on being out on bikes over here more. The regular street crews, I believe, are going to be doing more walking throughout the neighborhood over here, trying to interact with the neighbors and the businesses and getting to know people more one-on-one. So that is what our city is doing specifically for the area around here, Smith Park, Englewood, and part of Junction. Said my name is Officer Semeniak. I am the community service officer for this area. In addition to covering this area, I also cover out to Westgate, out to Hill and Wentz, Junction, South End, all the way Broadway Quarter up to the zoo. So I tend to go to a lot of meetings. I personally have about 15 meetings that I go to in addition to my partner's meetings that he goes to that we see Vanice at a lot. But I'm always here if anybody has any questions. If anybody wants to contact me, I'll give you guys my phone number. It is 419-936-2722, and that is my office phone. And I will return your phone call. I might not call you back like today, if I get the call today, but I will return your phone call as often as possible, or as quickly as I can. So that's all I got for you.
Thank you. And there should be a list that tells all of the crimes
Yep.
that was up there. Okay. Well, Calvin left for a minute. See him when he comes back. One important thing that we're trying to do, though, is we are trying to get individuals who are concerned about safety, who are concerned about things with the housing, the vacant lots, and things like that. We're trying to get you to let us know what you're concerned about and what you would like to do to be a part of dealing with remedying the situation. I have Jorge and Rebecca have wave your hands, have graciously volunteered. They're working on focusing on the safety in the area, and we are trying to get people together. So if you're interested in those kind of things, if you got concern with that, those are going to be people that you can talk to. Let's see. I'm trying to. What's the back door? Yes.
Public service.
Oh, okay. Did Republic Services have,
Yes, come on, Rochelle.
well,
I'm just here if anybody's got questions or concerns.
Okay, well,
Talk to me.
she said that she's just
But she
here.
got something
and what I-
absolutely needs.
Come on, we gotta
Well-
meet Rochelle.
Oh, okay.
She's been doing an amazing job. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rochelle Bowen. I'm with Republic Services. I handle the City of Toledo's contract. I'm here for you guys. I will wait afterwards if there's any individual concerns or questions you may have. I'll make sure I stay. And if I can get on the future list, I'll make as
Okay.
many as I can.
That's what I want to say. Is there anyone here who wants to say what their major reason for wanting to come to the community meeting is? What is it that you'd like to see? Shannon? This is actually a fairly new resident in the area, Shannon. Shannon with the C.
Thank
And-
you, Rochelle.
And she is a realtor and she's working on trying to address certain things with the housing and other activities in the area. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, yes. My name is Realtor Shannon with the C. I am a resident of Englewood, actually. I stay on Oakwood. I have helped my mother buy a house in this neighborhood, as well as my cousin, and I've got an aunt and two uncles who live in here. So I'm very invested. I just had a meeting today with the mayor and also with the director of the Housing and Community Development to just discuss what their plans are for Englewood. And some of their plans are they want to add a grocery store, Seaway, to be exact, over where Lincoln School used to be. They're looking to add a police station where the old JFS building used to be that they torn down, something similar to Scott Park campus. As Vanice stated, they are going to redevelop Swain Field. And I spoke to them about turning the old Braden church over there off of Lawrence into a community center that focuses on the arts to kind of just help our youth with visual arts, music, everything artistic, since we're so close to the museum. And they're also thinking about splitting that space up and creating some lofts at market value on the upper floor and then doing the community center on the ground level. They are also looking to build new townhomes where the old dairy factory used to be. So they have some ideas that they want to do for Englewood. They are just looking for one voice coming from Englewood, one organization where they can allocate those dollars and where they can really help build this community up because they have the funds. They just need us to come together as one and really get that going.
Thank you, Shannon.
I just like to say that Lincoln School Coalition is focused on the historical portion of Englewood, which will include Braden Church. So we're gonna focus on that area. Or getting signage. So As soon as we have the plans written down, then that's when we'll go to, first of all, Vanice and to Gwen and then to the city.
Okay.
Because I have some of it written.
Okay. Yes, they do also want to put some signage up in Englewood, similar to what they have in Old West End as well. So those are just some of the ideas. I'm sorry, one last thing. Community gardens and pocket parks in some of the vacant lots they have. I brought that idea up to them and they really liked that idea to try and beautify the area. And also, of course, tearing down a lot of those abandoned homes. So I look forward to speaking to all of you. Like I said, I am a resident here and I really believe in Englewood. So thank you.
Just
Just
around for another minute after, if we can possibly, because there are a couple of people I wanted to give Michelle another minute, but also I need to find out, people came here for a reason, okay? When you leave here today, do you feel like you were heard? Do you feel like there's something that you would like for us to be addressing, that you would be interested in and participating in and supporting, and what those kinds of things are? Maybe, is there anyone here how many people here are residents in the area?
I have a question after that.
Okay, now.
How many of y'all knew any of that, what Shannon said?
Well, people, okay, and see, that's the thing. What happens is there's so many things that are going on, and we're trying to get a central hub of information at our meetings.
But those are the mayor's ideas. Those are his people's ideas. We really need to take what she just said to heart, because don't do anything for me without me.
Yeah.
So those are their ideas. And that's why this neighborhood meeting is very important. And when it's asking for your voices and your community to come together, that's what we need, because we can't have people planning stuff for our neighborhood.
You know that some people are probably wondering about the tackle and managing any new programs coming down the pipe, and not only the bed program, but like you said, the roof program is closed. Is there any more programs so that people have their homes renovated? Windows, or plumbing, or electricity, or something like that. Am I right about that?
Okay, so right now I would like to give some residents a chance to speak. What is it that brought you here? Did you feel that it got touched on here? And what would you like to see more of in the next meeting, as far as who we have coming and speaking to us as major speakers, as far as the information that you'd like to get? Any residents? Yes, ma'am.
I have a lot of concern about vacant homes. There's one right across the street from us that the whole yard has like an 8-foot trench in it.
What's the address? What is the address?
Gonna kill some kid on Post Brown, or we have called, we have done the TV station.
Do you know the address to that place?
I mean, that.
928 Norwood.
And for 2 years.
Okay, so there's a list on the City of Toledo's website called the demo list. In District 4, District 3, and District 1, there's 1,000 homes being torn down. Now, I want you guys to understand, when those houses get torn down, the groundhog's gonna be rough. District 4 has 684 out of the 1,000. District 4, hear me clear, District 4 has 684 out of that 1,000. So any houses that you see that may be abandoned, they may be on that demo list. That's why I asked for the address, because I can look it up right now. It's on the city's website. That city, I want you guys to always know that things sometimes are at your fingertips. Or if you call, I can tell you too. I'm gonna look that up, but there's 684 in District 4, and we're in District 4. So I'll look that up before we leave. I'll let you know if it's on a demo. Well, let me look it up and see if it's on a demo list, and I can get it secured.
No, it's not. Owner since a right now.
A citation?
Fix it. They live in Detroit. They bought that house for $1. He's straight, he's got 3 or 4 feet of water in his house. And if he doesn't respond, I was told.
Yeah.
That's not true. I don't know who told you that. Who told you that? Never mind, don't tell me because they probably gonna get in trouble.
Well, they need to get in trouble because
I don't want to get nobody in trouble.
when we
So-
come out and we're speaking, do not be afraid to speak. That's what we're doing. You now have more than just your voice and your partner's voice, or, you know, 1 or 2 neighbors. We have to get together and we have to respond as a group and say, this is something that we want, and it is very important to us. Now, back in 2018, we had a huge list of things that we wanted to have, you know, specifically things around here for the park. We've gotten some of them. We got our playground.
It is on the demo list.
Ah. Well, but
I
now
got
we
a
know
lot that
that
need to move to the top.
now we know that it's on the demo list, okay? So that is a good thing. Anyone else, residents who, yes, ma'am.
Hey, no, it ain't. I'm trying to buy it, but the owners don't want. No,
I wanna say the Murchison Center is owned by
the church.
oh, I thought it was a it's not the church where Councilman Hobbs is?
She passed away.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, that's something that we can look into. What is going on with the abandoned businesses around here, and how do we do things to take advantage of the vacant lots, the vacant homes, the vacant businesses, to revitalize them? And if you are interested in those kinds of things, put it on a little index card up there and we will get back with you. I mean, Shannon's very interested in dealing with vacant lots, vacant homes, and with businesses, stuff in our area. Yes, ma'am.
Question, you have something for artisans? Like in community, like the parks.
All parks will be accessible, but there's if you look on the city's website, Parks and Rec, all the programs that were funded by the city will be in the parks, and they actually will tell you what's going on in it. But there is a school that has activities all year long on Rosedale at United Methodist Church. If you go in and ask for information, they will. No, not Freedom School. It's one specifically for autism. United Methodist Church. I don't know the name of it. You just go in and ask for the information. They can tell you how to get signed up.
And if you want to work on things as far as getting more things in the park that are more accessible to children, we will be trying to get a survey out to people about the things that we want to have. We did a survey. We had things. There are still some of the things on there that we would like to have. And one of the things that we had asked was to get our skating circle renovated and put fencing around it so you can have it where you have a parent can be in there sitting on the bench and you can have children in there and they can be riding around and whatever, but they're in a more enclosed area and we can take sections of the park and we can do those kind of things. So if you're interested in those kind of activities, please put your name, note it someplace on there. I would like to take the names on the list that where you signed in and assume that you will not mind being contacted in the future, like you're a part of this group. Okay. So if you have a problem, then if you get a call or a leaflet or something like that, just say, take me off the list.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Habitat.
Yes.
And I get to work on my house. What the income gotta be?
There are some things that you don't have a big problem with. Okay, would you like to? Oh, my goodness. That's right. We still got, we got our habitat person here, Kelly? Christian. Oh, Christian. Christian, you want to talk some about, we have actually some things that are going on with habitat, and we've got Rock the Block that is coming up.
No, I'm about to tell him. You fine.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Christian. I'm from Habitat. Let me move this down. I'm short. Speaking of that, she just asked me if we have an office in the neighborhood. There are talks with the city of Toledo, and they want to give us one in Swainfield when it's done. So you can speak to Miss Williams. Tell her to make it happen. So we do have a few programs that our wait list is open to. We have our roof replacement program that is different than the one she was speaking of. She was speaking of the city of Toledo's rooftops lottery. That is done. They are still giving us names for that. So if you did apply, it was a long time ago. We know, but they are still pulling people from it. So you may get a call. If not, I did pass out flyers for our roof replacement list. That does go by 80%. It's HUD's 80% income. And then that is on the flyer as well, as far as like the minimum you have to make. We also have Home Rescue, which is the city of Toledo's program. We just facilitate it for them. That deals with code violations and lead paint violations. A code violation is anything. It can be plumbing, electrical, porches falling down. If you got water spots from your leaking roof, your roof can be a code violation. Anything that needs to be brought up to code. That is an all or nothing program. So we will have to fix all of the code violations. That is free to the homeowners, as well as the roof replacement program. That is free. It's a full roof replacement. It does include gutter, soffit, and fascia. What else do we have? We have our Rock the Block. Englewood is getting their first Rock the Block this summer. So we are doing Fernwood and Norwood in between Hoyg and Lawrence. So this is a beautification program that we do in the summer. It's once a year. It does get flowers, mulch, cut grass, clean gutters, wash windows. If you have like a small porch, we can paint that for you, things like that. That will be in Englewood. It'll be at Smith Park, July 20th. If you would like to volunteer, help, whatever, we are welcoming people to do that. You will see me walking around. Maybe our realtor friend, she offered to come with me as well. So we'll be walking around in June to hand out like flyers if you want to sign up to get your home done, or if you just want to come. We'll have a celebration afterwards. We'll have resources, food, bouncy houses, music, things like that. So you can come have fun with us after the program. What else do we have? Project Playhouse as well. So your kids can get a custom playhouse, and it's for free. So I can leave flyers for that as well. We do a big thing down at the Mud Hens for that every year. And then we do give them out throughout the year as well. Any questions? All of these programs are like owner occupied as far as like maintenance programs. So you do have to own the home that you want the work done at. For roof replacement, you just have to own it for a year. For the city of Toledo's Home Rescue, you will have to own it for 3 years. And then that's all for me. If now, I'll be around after if you guys have questions too. Good. You have any questions for me? No? All right. You have questions for me?
As long as y'all get an office in the city, I don't care.
You okay? Okay. Wait. This is not an emergency roof replacement program. Don't call once the roof caved in. We do have a wait list. 419-382-1964. I have flyers as well. 419-382-1964. If you want me, my extension is 120. Your name again? Christian. The number is also on the flyer as well. So if you do get on our home rescue wait list, I'm gonna tell you now, it's about a 2-year wait. Yeah, it is. For roofing, it is a bit faster because we do the roofs all year round.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. Our next meeting will be Monday, May the 20th. And we will be getting you information about what we're going to be covering, who our special speakers are going to be. But for the next 30 minutes or so, if you would like to have some chips and water and juice and stuff, and stay and talk to some of the people that you have spoken to today, and introduce yourself, and see if you can get some information with them. You are perfectly welcome. Thank you.